Yo, what is going on, guys? Imack here, back again for another video, and in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys everything we know about the Fortnite World Cup 2020. That is right, guys, just like I said in the intro, in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys everything you need to know about the Fortnite World Cup 2020. But just before I get into that, I wanted to let you guys know about Apex PCs. If you guys are in the market for any PC parts, accessories, headsets, microphones, all that good stuff, all those computer accessory fun stuff that is always good to have, make sure you guys check out apexpcs.net. Also, the first link down in the description. And if you guys cop anything on their website, make sure to use my code Imack for 5% off your entire purchase from Apex PCs. That's code Imack on apexpcs.net. So last year, the Fortnite World Cup for 2019 happened in July, and as you guys know, Booga took home that World Cup solo winner title. Also, Aqua and Nyrox did take away the duos tournament title. But the main player was Booga, taking away this solo title, and he pretty much made a name for himself online and definitely in Fortnite in general. Now he has millions of followers, and he has put a lot of hard work in since then, and there would have been a lot of hard work leading up to getting into the World Cup. But as you guys know, there is a very high chance Fortnite will be re-hosting the Fortnite World Cup for 2020. It is an absolute money-making machine for them. They would make an absolute insane amount of cash from hosting the World Cup. Of course, they've got to put on a lot of money to pay for it. Last year, there was a $30 million prize pool, which is absolutely insane. Like, $30 million is a crazy number. Literally, everyone who came, last place in the solos tournament still walked away with, 50k. How insane is that? That's just crazy to me that it's so much money. Of course, all the players who got to the World Cup would have had to have grinded so hard to get there. So, fair play to them, and they definitely deserve all the money in the prize pool. But as I said, Epic makes absolute bank off it. It just makes so much money for them because everyone gets hyped about Fortnite, everyone's talking about it, so many people watch it online, which generates money, and also more people are playing the game afterwards and beforehand for the World Cup. All the hype around the World Cup makes everyone play the game, which obviously earns money for them because then people are going to be buying V-Bucks, buying skins, and doing all that stuff that generates them money. Of course, it would cost a lot to host the event as well, and just all the logistics of it would be an absolute nightmare, and they'd have teams of people just working on it, which is crazy. They would obviously have started work on it now if they were doing one for 2020, which I'm pretty sure they are. They haven't no reason not to. As you guys know, we have had no real announcement about the 2020 World Cup yet. All we know, we're basing this off is what happened last year and why they'll be having another one. It just makes sense to them. It doesn't make sense not to hold one. They make money, their fan base loves it, and it boosts the overall popularity of the game. So there was no reason for them not to hold the event. Now, it was around this time last year that Epic made their first World Cup 2019 announcement, announcing the qualifiers, announcing all that stuff. That is why I am making this video now, because they could be making an announcement very soon about the 2020 Fortnite World Cup. And I really do think it will happen very soon. They've had a lot of practice tournaments in the past few weeks and months. Maybe that could be signifying they're practicing for holding the World Cup, holding the World Cup qualifiers. Who knows, but it definitely is signaling that there will be some World Cup qualifiers coming up very soon. And there will be an absolutely insane amount of players trying to get in there, trying to take their hand out, win an absolute bucket load of cash. So the servers will need to be up to standard to handle all these players. Because last year, there still were a lot of players that tried to get into the World Cup, that played the qualifiers, but there wasn't as much hype around it as it is now. Now we've had one World Cup, everyone knows what it's like, everyone knows what to expect, and I can guarantee you pretty much every single Fortnite player will at least try in the qualifiers, because anyone can try, I'm pretty sure. Anyone can try. You don't need to be good at the game, just to try for the qualifiers. Obviously there's semis and there's final qualifiers and whatever, but just to try in the qualifiers, anyone can qualify. So there is going to be an absolute insane amount of people trying to qualify to get into the Fortnite World Cup and win some crazy cash. So obviously the servers need to be up to par, and that could be why they've been holding a lot of test tournaments and test events recently in the past few weeks. Also, if you guys don't know, a brand new game called Valorant is getting a lot of hype within the Fortnite community. And that could be another reason why Epic really wants to hold the World Cup, because the Valorant game is going to be coming out around about the same time where Fortnite has their World Cup. So Fortnite wants to put their World Cup there, so everyone is hyped about Fortnite when the Valorant game releases. Obviously, that's just a theory, but it could be true because the Valorant game is coming in summer of 2020, and that is round about the exact time where the Fortnite World Cup was last year, and where it probably would be this year if they were to have it again. If you guys don't know about Valorant, they made a beta video, and the game looks crazy. It looks insane. They've gotten millions of online views, and a lot of people within the Fortnite community are talking about it. And honestly, it could be the downfall of Fortnite. I'm going to be making a separate video about Valorant, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you have post notifications turned on if you guys want to see that video. Also, while you're down there turning the post notifications on, make sure to drop a like and make sure you are subscribed to the channel because you do not want to miss any videos. But yeah, Valorant looks crazy. It could be the downfall of Fortnite, as I said, but of course, it's not a direct competitor to Fortnite. It has kind of different physics, and it's kind of more of a competitor to Overwatch and CSGO. Nevertheless, any game that takes away the Fortnite player base is a threat to Fortnite, and this looks like it could be that. But that's about all for this video, guys. Just telling you guys what we know so far about the Fortnite World Cup 2020. I'm sure they will be having another World Cup. It just makes sense from their standpoint, makes sense from our standpoint, it makes sense from players' standpoint, literally it makes sense from anyone's standpoint, and that is why I believe they will be having a World Cup probably around about the same time somewhere in summer. So if you guys did just enjoy this video, as I said, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Imack Studios, and hopefully I can see you guys in another video. Goodbye.